would like to show you how to do weekly calibration. We have 6 things that we need to check and do calibration. Number 1 is a pH calibration, probe calibration, scale calibration, number 3. Number 4 is product specification check, label check, and then sanitizer refreshes. Okay, let's start with the number 1, pH calibration. This is the pH meter normally we use, and we use a pH for 0.1 buffer solution. We take a little bit the water here, the buffer solution, and then we turn on, and then you dip it, and then you press count. You see this, press for 2 seconds, and you see count on the screen. Now it's still flashing. The number have to be 4.00. Now 4.00, and wait until you can see M on the screen. M done. So the calibration done. We just turn off. Yeah. And then don't forget, this one is the yellow sponge. Make sure this keep wet, and then put inside. So we need to record it. This one, probe number 1, pH 4.00. You don't have probe number 2. Satisfactory, yes. The date today, 18 January, initial. So now we do the second one. We do probe calibration. You know, the ice and the water, and then we dip it, the probe inside the ice and the water, and then the temperature have to be between 0.5 to 0, so 0.5 degrees Celsius. So in here on the screen is 0.1, which is correct, and in here 0.5 is correct. So, and then we write it down in here. Temperature probe calibration, probe number 1, this is number 1, 0.5, and then number 2, 0.1. We don't have probe number 3 and number 4. Corrective action not applicable, and then the date for today, and then initial. So done with the probe calibration. Now we're gonna do scale calibration. So we have scale number 1 and number 2. We turn it on. And then we have a 100 gram. And then we have in here 200 gram. So this is 100 gram. This is 202 gram. The tolerance is about 3 gram. So this is less than 3 gram. So 201, still good. So in here the scale calibration. This is scale number 1 and scale number 2. So for scale number 1, 100 gram is become 100 gram. No. And the number 2 is 202. So corrective action, no, because this 2 gram still less than 3 gram. So okay, good. So now we finished with the scale calibration. Now we go to the product specification check. So what we have here, this is number salmon sushi and California roll number 53. Salmon sushi California roll. So item conform to specification. If you see, so now we try to take the weight. We put the container, we tile it. 0, and then we want to know the weight of the food. It's in here as 324, and in here is a 335. So 325 and 335 is about 10 gram. In here, so we write down item conform to the specification. So basically, for the tolerance between plus minus 10 grams, so it's about 10 grams. So come from the specification, yes, the quality as expected. It's not a broken roll. The nigiri is okay. And yes, 18. this one problem identified and action taken because we don't have any problem yet for this moment, so we just leave it blank. So now we go to weekly check the label printer. So this is a label, Salmon California roll. This is number 7. Label food type is California roll. Label legible, which means you see this, the date is correct, you can read it, the price is correct. And then the allergen fish and sesame seed you can read clearly. And you check the address here, have to be Colchester, Stanley, which is correct. So you can see this, so the label legible, you can read properly, then correct, yes, label is correct, yes, and then the date 18/1 each. So then you take this. Then so the weekly check. Good. So now we're done with the label check. So now we're gonna do refreshing for the sanitizer. So D10, we use a D10 here. So just fill up with the water here, this much, and then just a 1 pump. So we write in here D10, the date 18. That's it. So that's the way how we do weekly calibration. So probe calibration, pH calibration, probe calibration, scale calibration, product spec check, label check, and sanitizer refreshing.